Hello, welcome. Let us continue our discussion on functions in JavaScript. Previously, we have discussed about features of function, basic structures, and why we are using the function, and also concept of hoisting. Now, let us discuss about types of functions in JavaScript. Let me open the Visual Studio Code and let us start practically. Okay, this is the project that we have been working on. Let me open that project. Okay, this is the file we have created earlier. Let me create one more file, function types.js. We will discuss about types of functions in JavaScript. First one is function declaration. This is a traditional way of declaring a function and it is most commonly used. And here function has a name and it supports hoisting. It means when you do a function declaration like this, you can call the function before its a definition or a declaration, right? Let us discuss with an example. I can declare a function add. I want this function to add two numbers, maybe three numbers, a comma b comma c, and then here it will return a plus b plus c. Return a plus b plus c. Now I can call this function, for example, console.log. If I call add 2 comma 2 comma 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2, it should display 6. If I run this now, node function types.js, you can see here it displayed output as 6. Even you can call this function before its definition. For example, I can call this add function here also, console.log add of 5 comma 5 comma 5. It should display 15, 5 plus 5 plus 5, and this is hoisting, that is calling the function before its definition. Now if I run this, you can see 15 is displayed for this particular line, right? This kind of function declaration supports hoisting. Another type of function is function expression. Another type of function in JavaScript is function expression. It stores function in a variable and function name is not required here. Function name not required. It means it can be anonymous. You can say, for example, I can write a function here without name, function a comma b, and this function does not have a name and it returns multiplication of a and b. Return a into b, multiplication of a and b. This is a function. This function you can assign it to a variable. How? Means here this function has no name, we can assign it to a variable. Here I can declare let, or I can say constant, so that this variable cannot be modified. Mul multiply, I can give some name of the variable. Now this constant, that is multiply, is holding this function. To call this function, what you can do is multiply of 2 comma 2, 2 into 2, it should display 4 as output, right? So I can save it in some variable res, right? I can print this console.log of res. Let me clear this, let me run this again. It is printing 4. You can see here 2 into 2 is 4, right? This is a function expression. You are assigning a function to some constant or a variable, and you can use this constant to call that function. This function does not have any name. This is called function expression. Another type of function in JavaScript is arrow functions. It is added in ES6 and above. These arrow functions are added in EC6 and above versions only. Earlier it was not available. It is a new feature. It is a short and modern way. For example, if I want to find the square of number n, for example, let us say I have a number n. It square means n into n I want to find out. For that I can write a arrow function. For example, I can say const, I can give any name, square, I can give square equal to n. Then you provide this arrow. Then n star n, that is square of n. So this is simple arrow function which will find the square of number n. For example, I can print here console.log square of 6 means 6 into 6, 6 into 6, which should be displaying 36, right? If I run this now, you can see it displayed 36. Similarly, if I want to do a by b or something like this, divide, I can say const divide. See, we are declaring this as a constant because we don't want someone to override this value square. Here instead of const, I can use let as well. But when I use let, if someone can override this divide equal to 10, something like this, then it will be a problem. That is why instead of using let, we use constant here. I can use const a comma b I want, and then arrow, then a by b. This is a arrow function which will do a by b. For example, I can say, I can call this function using this constant or a variable, what you call 10 by 2, which should be 5. I can store this in some variable res1, something like this, and then I can print this console.log res1. So 10 divided by 2 should be 5. 5 should be the result. So there is some issue here. Let us see what is the issue. Console.log square. Okay, this is a spelling mistake here. square I should make it. So that was the mistake. So let me clear this and run again. See here, result is 5. 10 by 2 is 5. You can call these functions with the different values. For example, if I want to divide 100 by 10, I can call again here this divide function console.log divide, pass the parameter 100 divided by 10. What should be the value? It should be 10. If I run this now, you can see here 100 by 10 is 10. So like this you can use an arrow function. We have discussed 3 different types of functions here. Function declaration, this is a traditional way and most commonly used way. Here function will have a name. Here function expression, you assigning the function to some variable, and here function need not be having any name here, and you can use this constant or a variable to call the function. And this is an arrow function which was introduced in ECMS script 6 and above, and it is a short and modern way of defining a function. Here you use this particular arrow symbol to create a function, and using this particular name of the variable or a constant that you have used, you can call the function. There are some more types of functions available in JavaScript. We will continue our discussion in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.